Hi everyone, welcome back to Explore Literature. In this video, we are going to cover a poem by Jayant Parmar, The Last Will of a Dalit Poet. It's a very interesting poem which talks about the atrocities and the inequalities to the Dalit community. So watch till the end so that you won't miss any point. And if you haven't subscribed the channel, so please subscribe it and also share the video with your friends. So first of all, let's talk about the poet Jayant Parmar. He was born in 1954 in Ahmedabad and grew up in a Muslim area, because of which his interest grew for Urdu language. His Urdu poetry is largely infused with highly suggested imaginaries, conjures of multiple meanings. Like whatever he writes, it has different meanings, and the pain and the anguish of the personal life of his is presented through his poetry. And through his poem, he presents the multiple dimensions and the perspective of a human life, that what kind of complexities are there in the human life, that to a person who belong to a particular community that is outcast. So this all themes will be presented throughout his works, that can be his poems, essays or whatever. So in this poem we are going to talk about this all the themes. Now let's read the poem line by line and analyze it. A Dalit poet leaves several things behind: a paper dripping wet with blood, a black sun on the night's head, a river of blood, a lantern of his ancestors. That a Dalit poet leaves everything behind, whatever he faced, whatever the identity is, whatever the problems in his life are, he leave everything behind, and he try to find things anew, and he have that sense of hope in his mind that with his education and with his artistic skills he can achieve something in the life. A paper dripping wet with blood. So here the blood represent the atrocities and all the injustice met out to the Dalits. So the poet is basically saying that we leave everything aside, we just try to find new hope in everything. A black sun on the night's head, a river of blood, a lantern of his ancestors. That all the darkness in our lives, as the sun is a symbol of hope, so the black sun represent darkness in their life, the sadness of their life. So a river of blood is the blood of atrocity, because of atrocities, and the blood of Dalits. Lantern of his ancestors. So he is leaving everything aside, not even taking the past with him. So he want to have that sense, like the Dalit consciousness he want to have. He want to have that sense of identity, that yes, I belong to this particular caste, I have this identity, and I don't want to be regretting about it, that yeah, I am born in this caste and I have to regret about it. Then the next line says, he never assaults you with symbols, metaphors or personalities, a heavy burden on donkey's back. He himself a wounded shadow, he has no existence. That a Dalit poet never tries to assault you. He never try to throw that big words on you. He try to explain everything in a very easy peasy language. He try to use the simple words, metaphors and everything. He is not like those elite class writers who try to show their skills by using the heavy words. So he is himself the wounded one, so he don't try to assault the others. He has no existence, that he is himself fighting for his existence. No one treats him equal, his identity is questioned. So this person doesn't try to let others question on themselves about their skills and whatever the abilities they have. There is little difference between him and Broken Cup. He who makes images of cow dung has at least the sense to know that in the hourglass, in the smell of exiled earth, in the sunflower of rebellions, in the spear of the pen and the ink, art lives forever. So here he is comparing himself with a known living object. So he is saying here that I am like a broken cup. The literal meaning of the word Dalit is broken. So he's bringing that sense here, that I am the broken being here. But my kind of rebellion is that I'll write something and my art will live forever. Because you would have seen in that poem Ozymandias, where it was about that how the sculptures were present. So it was all about the idea of art, and the sculptures were broken, but the poet wrote a poem which was living forever and was read by the coming generations throughout the centuries. So the main idea here is that art doesn't die. You can't just kill someone's ideology, ideas, and the arts. So these things will be immortal. A person can die, but his ideas cannot be dead. So the Dalit poet is using that sense only, that you people can torture me, you can assault me, you can kill me, but you cannot just kill my art that will live forever. And through my art only, I feel that sense of freedom, that I can express myself and show the atrocities and the discrimination which my caste is facing. And you people are not treating us equal, and we are treated as the so-called impure being in your higher class society. But now he's looking for his existence, he's looking for himself, he's proud to call himself a Dalit poet. That now he's leaving everything aside. Now he just want his existence, he want himself, and he is proud to call himself a Dalit poet. That now I want to assert my identity. Now I don't want to be afraid of anyone. I just want to have this sense of proud in myself, that yeah, I belong to this particular caste and I'm proud of that. I am proud that I came out of this all and I have suffered this all, I have endured this all with too much of strength, and I am the strongest being here. So that is the sense in this last para. Now the poem is complete. Let us talk about Dalit literature. That what is Dalit literature? So Dalit literature is basically a body of writing where the Dalit community present its experiences, struggles in perspective, like how it is seen in the society, and what kind of oppression, marginalization, and discrimination they face because of this Indian caste system. So the key figures of the Dalit literature are Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Namdev Dhasal, Bama, and Arjun Dangle. There are several others who are quite famous and have written very important pieces in this Dalit literature. This include Om Prakash Valmiki's Jhuthan, which is a very important writing. That is basically an autobiography of Mr. Om Prakash Valmiki, so you should also read that. Alright, so this is all about the Dalit literature. Now let us talk about the themes, that what are the all important themes present in this poem. So the themes in the poem are identity. So the poet talks about the identity throughout the poem. Initially he was not ready to accept it, but in the end of the poem we get to know that he is getting very much proud in his identity, that yes, I belong to this particular class and caste and I'm proud of that. Then is Dalit consciousness, that is also about how one achieves his identity and is proud of that. Then is caste atrocities, that why people are discriminated just because they are born in that particular caste. Then is inequalities in the society, which is because of the Indian caste system. The last one is very, very important, that is art is liberating, that the poet get this idea of independence and freedom through the art, that everything can die, a person can die and they can kill the person, they can destroy his dwellings, his family, everything, but the art cannot be dead. Art is immortal and it has the very sense and the power to present the views of a person to others, and it can also live through centuries. Alright, so that's it about the poem. I hope you got the point and you understood the complete poem. Still, if you have any doubt, you can ask that in the comment box. I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, take care, stay happy, stay healthy.